Hey, it's Matt here from ProWest Finance. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about bank valuations. There certainly seems to be a big variance across all the lenders around the types of valuations that they will use. There are four types of valuations that banks will use. There's an automated valuation, and that really just uses data to form an opinion based on recent sales and other things going on in the area, and that will give you a valuation number. There is a desktop valuation. So the valuation goes to a person, and that person quickly assesses kind of what they can see data-wise, and then they will form a valuation based on their opinion, the data, and it's obviously just going to be a little bit different than an automated. We have got a curbside, so the valuer will drive past the property, just have a look for a very quick drive-by, go back to their data and then make some opinion based on how the property looks, the neighbourhood, the street, all those kind of other factors which automation can't factor in. And then the last, but very rarely do we use, the full valuation. The valuer will make an appointment, they'll go and meet the client at the property, go through the property and go and walk and look in the bedrooms, look in, out the back, look at the pool, if there's a pool, look at the pergola, all those sorts of things that kind of add value to a property. That's what they'll make their assessment on. So if you think about there's four different types of valuations, how much of a variance there can be between automated and full. And a lot of people think, oh, I'll just do a full valuation or I'll do a curbside valuation because that's going to get me the best valuation. That's not true anymore. What seems to be the case now is a lot of the valuation data is providing better insights than a human being. And that's because there is so much happening with sales and properties and listings, and it's so fluent and it's very much now that, what a valuer thinks or feels about a property is very different to what's happening 3 streets over or 5 streets the other way. So valuations can be very different and they can vary from bank to bank. So sometimes, we need to start at the valuation before we do anything else, because if we're looking at a refinance, one valuer could say your property's worth 400,000, and the reality is, and seeing it quite a lot, another valuer could say it's worth 500,000. Now that seems odd, that variance, but it's not unusual that there'll be some variance on certain types of properties. It might be a unique property, whatever that might be, but at the end of the day, we can't refinance if we haven't got enough equity if we get a low valuation. Doesn't mean the deal's not going to happen, but it might mean we need to think, well, okay, so we've got a valuation over here which is higher, this bank's rate is this X, so we need to talk about what that option might be there. So bank valuations are kind of one of those things. The banks are really moving towards that automated desktop type valuation. Cost always is cost. But don't be thinking that just because you have to have one of those, you're not getting the best deal, because quite often they'll come in higher or the same as a full or a curbside valuation. My name's Matt, 0459 836 916 or prowestfs.com.au.